Hi, welcome. In this video, I'd like to take a few minutes to talk about this issue of appearances and depth as it relates to motives. Now here, it's the same thing with applying common sense. When I talk about this bad picture problem, okay, through response and through, again, this is the majority. I'm talking about the majority of trainers. 99% of all trainers, right out of the starting gate, start to just set up this picture. Okay, just start to incentivize a dog and get the dog going into certain positions and then just define that. Okay, but what I'm saying is you have to go deeper in that. You have to look at the motives. And here's the thing about applying common sense. It's no different than in the human world. When people are doing things, is that just like a robot, you know, doing stuff, or is there depth to that? Are there motives involved about why we do the things we do? Well, there certainly is. You know, it's relational. And so here's the thing. Dogs are relational as well. So you can't ignore the motives. And this is what's happening. People are ignoring that. And so this is why, again, use common sense. You take what's established in the training environment, and then look at how it all falls apart out in the real world. Because that's the problem, okay? It's disconnected. People are making assumptions without putting it to the test. It has to be tested at all points. That is the point. Okay, the picture has to be put to the test. And the problem with a lot of these, especially those who really exploit learning theory, and there's a complete lack of regard to understand this issue of motives. It's, you know, you see this total buy-in by even these dog owners just to buy into this stuff, because again, if it looks good, right, and it really does, it feels good, right? Because anything else other than feeling good with a lot of people is a problem. You want to feel good. Of course, we all want to feel good. But here's the thing: it's not about your feelings. Okay, it's whether something's true or not. Just like being a parent. If you govern your parenting style just by how you feel all the time, that's going to set up problems. You gotta rule by common sense. You have to do sometimes the difficult things. And then here's the point: if you rule by your feelings, okay, for a period of time, just like dogs, then you got a real problem. Okay, then now you're into an intervention level, and that's what really I show training is. It becomes that. It becomes a more of a serious problem. And here's the thing with these dynamics is that once dogs gain control and the motives are sideways, you know what you see, okay, in your home environment is not a clear picture because the motives are rotten, and dog finds comfort in power. They're in control, so they of course they're going to look balanced. And then you're wondering, like, what's going on here? I got all these other problems with I can't take my dog out on the leash for a walk, and all these things, bad things are happening. Well, look at those interactions. Okay, ask yourself the question. Okay, what do they represent? It represents actually putting it to the test. You know, reasonable level of influence is happening, certain interactions, and the dog's totally throwing it off. So anyway, just something to think about. There's depth, okay? Just understand, dogs are relational. They're relational animals, which is great, but you have to understand what this represents. You have to go beyond just appearances to get to the core of what's really happening. So thanks for watching.